Hello and welcome to Open Line. I'm Starlene Stringer. The official start of summer this year, well, it's June 21st, but ask any parent with school-age kids and they will tell you summer starts the minute the school year ends. In this edition of Open Line, we're talking with experts from Irving's parks, libraries, the Art Center, and the Police Athletic League. They're going to bring us tips about great activities and events throughout the summer for kids and teens. And here's a bonus. A lot of the activities are low cost or free. Well, let's start with the Irving Parks and Recreation Department, represented today by Thomas Anich from Lively Point Youth Center and Andrea Ramirez from Mustang Park. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, Andrea, I want to start with you because I know there are a lot of fun things for kids to do this summer. So can you tell us some of the activities they can get involved in?
Well, we do have a summer splash camp that happens at all of the rec centers, excluding Lively Point. It's $190 per session. Pretty much the summer camp will run from June 5th to August 11th. We go on field trips, we go swimming. We also have preschool classes that we offer at the rec centers, ages 3 to 6. We have teen classes, we have summer games, a lot of activities for different age groups. So,
oh, wow, it sounds like a lot of fun. Now, speaking of different age groups, Thomas, I know there's a lot of things that teens can get involved with at Lively Point this summer. Tell us what's in the works.
So we have a lot going on this summer. A few things that we're highlighting are our Teen Summer Field Trip Series. So every Tuesday we'll take a group of teens on different field trips throughout the Metroplex. And we'll also start our Summer Girls Volleyball League and then our Summer Splash Jam Series, where the second and fourth Saturday of the month we'll go to a different swimming pool here in Irving and open it up from 7 to 11 p.m. for teenagers to come swim for free, and we'll have food and drinks and music and all kinds of fun.
So what are the age range for campers at the different facilities?
for our summer splash camp, they currently need to be enrolled in kindergarten through 5th grade.
Okay. Well, that'll be fun. It's
Yep.
going to be a lot
yes.
of little kids running around.
Yes.
And what do parents need to know about registration?
Well, we have already started registration. That started April 29th, 9 a.m., and that's across the board at all the rec centers. Usually the north side centers, we filled up in about 10 minutes. But the south side, they're getting the overflow, so pretty much all the rec centers are getting a great number of kids becoming enrolled. They need to have a Irving Parks and Recreation membership. They need to be a member. If they're an Irving resident, it's $5. If they are not, it is a $30 annual fee.
Well, that sounds like a really great bargain, but of course,
Yes.
you know, when the kids get there, they're going to be hungry. So what do parents need to know about kids and the snacks and lunch that they can have?
Yeah, so we do provide a morning and afternoon snack. All the other ones, so it would be Northwest, Lee, Center, Georgia Faro, and Cimarron. They do include lunch with those rec centers. However, Mustang Park, they do need to bring their own lunch every day of the camp.
Okay, and you mentioned swimming, so let's go back to that because that's definitely something people love doing in the summer. Kids are going to love that. Which parks are offering the summer swim lessons, and what do they cost?
Well, we don't offer swim lessons. We just go generally to the aquatic centers, West Park or Cimarron Park. It's pretty much just a free going and swimming. We go twice a week. So generally it'll be a Wednesday and a Friday.
That sounds like a lot of fun. So do most kids kind of know what they're doing, or they just go out there and have a blast and splash and
they
jump
just
in?
go and splash each other. They do have a deeper end of the pool for the older kids if they know how to swim, so they have a good time. There's slides, little fun area, playground area in the water for them to do.
So for people that want to get more information about the aquatic centers, what can you tell us? Because I know they've been very successful. Are they pretty packed? Is there a time in specific they need to get there, Thomas?
Well, the swimming pools are going to open the Saturday before Memorial Day, and they'll stay open through Labor Day. And all the information is on the city website at cityofirving.org. And the Parks Department does offer some swim lessons, and you can find information for the park swim lessons at soggyzoggy.com. That's SOGGYZOGGY.com.
That's funny, I like it.
Yeah.
Cute.
And prices start at $40, and they'll vary slightly between the proficiency level and age. But the lessons go from a toddler through the mom and tot class all the way to adults that want to learn how to swim.
So for those who do come out, what kind of rules do they need to keep in mind when at the aquatic center?
They need to make sure that they have proper swimwear, and there's all the rules will be posted on the signs and again online at the aquatics websites.
Are there any rules to keep in mind when it comes to the rec centers?
Yes, if you're just going to go and buy and visit her, it's a $5 fee. They need to make sure that they bring a photo ID with them. If they want to just be a member, they also need to bring some type of photo ID with them. We can create their membership then and there, get their card ready. They have access to open gym, able to register for classes that we offer. If they are interested in the weight room, fitness room, that is a separate fee. So that is starting at $25 a month.
I'm glad you mentioned that because we're almost out of time, but before we close, let's talk about what's offered at the rec centers that's not camp related. What can people come and do and have a lot of fun doing so over the summer and all year round, really?
Well, for example, at Mustang Park, we are offering a preschool t-ball league for ages 3 to 6. And that's going to include coaches, a trophy, jersey. It's a 4 Saturdays practice and then a 6-week league. So that's going to be something that we're going to try to highlight over the summer at Mustang Park.
And what about the other locations? Are there other fun things going on, Thomas, that people can do too outside of the camps?
Well, at Lively Point, we are a youth center. So our building is designed specifically for middle school and high school students, and we are located in Lively Park. And within the park, we have an outdoor playground, outdoor basketball facility, and a skate park. And then in our facility, we offer fitness and sports and all. We have a computer lab and all kinds of stuff, again, just with teens in mind.
And so I'm sure it's reassuring for a lot of parents just to have a safe place for their kids to be over the summer. So what kind of feedback do you get from the adults who come and say, thank you, I'm sure, for taking care of their kids?
Oh, they love it. They love it, you know, and you know, we try to keep them busy, you know, and have a positive atmosphere for them to go and hang out. And so I know the parents are very appreciative.
Well, we're appreciative for both of you being here and for keeping the kids busy and safe over the summer months and throughout the year. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And folks, remember to check the website for additional information. Up next, we'll talk about summer reading clubs at the Irving Public Library. Corinne Barberina and Danielle Weiss, they are with the Irving Public Library, and they have news to share about excellent ways to keep your kids reading throughout the summer month. I want to thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
We're thrilled to be here.
Well, it is our pleasure, and I'm so excited because I understand that the library has sponsored summer reading clubs for years. Why is the program so important for school-age kids? We'll get that answered right now from Corinne.
Absolutely. Did you know that if kids read just 20 minutes a day, that it helps keep their reading skills strong throughout the summer, and it keeps their brains sharp and smart? Just 20 minutes a day.
Very interesting. Now, what kinds of things do you do to actually encourage and engage young readers to get them, you know, to get excited about those reading goals? Because 20 minutes sounds super simple, but I have a 4-year-old and I have some teenagers, and you go, you're going to read for 20 minutes a day. My 4-year-old says, yay. The teens go, every day. So what do you do to engage them and keep them excited?
That's true. And some kids like to read a lot more.
That's true.
But we have every year the library offers the summer reading challenge, and we challenge the kids and the teens and the adults to read throughout the summer. And of course, it's especially important for the children to keep their reading skills sharp for when they get back to the school the next year and they haven't slid back a little bit. So things that we do are we provide incentives for our children to read. We have a reading log, which I brought a copy of. And children can mark their reading every day that they read 20 minutes or more. They can log that and bring it to the library and receive incentives or prizes for their reading.
Are these the incentives and prizes?
They are.
I love it. They can't see the medal close up, but I can, and it says Super Kid. Kids would love that.
Yes, I can show an example of that. That is one of our final prizes. We have a lot of ways to engage them throughout the summer. With the incentives, we have 7 levels of prizes, and so after every 5 days, they can receive an incentive, and 7 times we have slap bracelets like this.
Nice.
We have one that's a little bit more pastel for the girls if they want that.
Oh, but it looks like Legos. That's
It
so
does
cute.
look like Legos. We have the inflatable hammer, which is lots of fun.
Yeah, and it's soft in case they decide to do the same thing that you just
Oh,
did
and
to
they
her.
will.
That
to
is
your
true.
brothers
They
and
will.
sisters.
And we give away books for the kids to read as well.
Oh, I love it.
One of the most fun things that kids enjoyed that we did last summer and we did again this summer was we have a candy jar. And this year it's Lego building blocks, and they're edible. And we have the kids guess how many are in the jar. And we actually have a bigger jar that they will be guessing to win. And the closest person who comes to have the closest guess will win the large jar, and we have some consolation prizes, the smaller jar and some boxes of candy blocks also. It's just a way to keep the kids engaged.
Wonderful. And is this for a particular age group?
This is for pretty much birth through about age 12 or 13.
Perfect. And so Danielle, I want to come to you for just a minute because we've kind of talked about younger kids and older kids in that conversation, but I do know you have specific things that are designed for middle-aged students and the older teens at the library this summer.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So we do a summer reading challenge for teens as well. That goes from grades 6 through 12. So there's kind of some overlap, but based on how strong they think their reading skills are, they can choose which program to go into. The teens read 5 hours a week, and then after they've done their 5 hours, they bring their login, and we have fun prizes to keep them excited too. We have buy one, get one free Chipotle coupons. We have swim passes to the rec centers. We have a lot of excellent free books that we give away. We've got tote bags left over from our North Texas Teen Book Festival, lots of stuff. In addition to that, we have a program once a week that at all of our locations, so they can take a break from all of that reading and have a good time.
It sounds like y'all are having a great time at the Irving Libraries, and a lot of kids are going to want to be there. Now, in the past, you've had some very interesting themes for these summer events that take place, the summer reading clubs. What is this year's theme?
Well, for teens, the theme is out of this world. So we're focusing on science fiction and fantasy genre literature, and then we're going to be focusing on STEAM programming in the library. So science, technology, art, and math. And engineering, that's the E.
There you go. Added that one in there too. Now, Corrine, what kinds of programs do you have planned as part of the Summer Reading Club?
We have so many programs every week at all 4 libraries for children. The children's theme is Build a Better World, and a lot of our programs are focused around STEAM programming also. So we have some magic balloon shows, some bubble shows, we have electricity shows, engineering shows, things through Pro Museum, and a host of other performers will be coming to the library, and every location will have a program or 2 a week. So please check our online calendar, or you can pick up a calendar at the branch of your choice, your favorite location, and see what's going on. And we'd all love to see you at the library. All of our programs are free and available for all ages.
And how does someone sign up?
You don't need to sign up for any program, you just show up. Some programs, if they do require you to get there early for advanced registration, it will say so in the advertisement, but most of our programs are free. Just come on in. You don't need a library card to come to any programs. You don't need a library card to visit the library. So come see us this summer and see what we have.
And what about the Summer Reading Club? How do you sign up specifically for that?
For the Summer Reading Challenge, you can pick up a log at any library location, and that's true for children, teens, and adults. Another way, and this is new this year and we're very excited, is we have a new online tool called Beanstack. And the web address to sign up for Beanstack, well, this address will take you to our library homepage. It's cityofirving.org/2170. There'll be a link on this page for you to get on and sign up for the Summer Reading Challenge electronically. The great thing about that is the kids, the parents, the teens can log their own reading, and there's a host of other things available on that website as well.
Very nice. Now, Danielle, we're just about out of time, but I know that a lot of new kids are going to be coming to the library for the very first time because they're super excited about all these prizes, the challenges, and everything you have going on. So what do they need to know about library rules?
Library rules. The first and most important library rule for the summer is to come in and have fun. You don't need a library card to participate in summer reading. You don't need a library card to come to any of our teen programs. So basically, we want you to be there, we want you to be engaged and have a good time.
Wonderful. A lot of great information. Thank you both so much for being here.
Oh, thanks
You're
for
so
having us.
welcome. We hope to see you.
Oh, great to see y'all too.
Thank you.
Okay, remember you can get all kinds of information, everything we've talked about today, simply by going to their website. So if there's anything you need to know that you may have missed, you can find it out there at the website. Now, Kids Art is another City of Irving program with a long and very creative history. We'll be back in just a moment with details on this year's camp. It's titled Peace, Art, and Love. Marcy Inman and Cindy Pereira from the Irving Arts Center join us now with news on this year's Kids Arts. Marcy, can you share a little bit of information, a little background on the program?
Sure. Well, for over 25 years, the Irving Arts Center has offered summer programming for kids. with educational and fun opportunities in the visual and performing arts during the summer.
Wow, and this year's theme should help campers get a bit creative, right?
Right, yeah. Peace, love, and art, Summer of 17. So we're paying homage to the 50th anniversary of the Summer of Love. So we're going to get groovy and creative.
I love that. So I want to ask you, Cindy, can you tell us what kind of classes the campers can participate in this year?
There's a variety of classes. For instance, I'm teaching the Intro to Visual Arts, and we're going to focus on Where the Wild Things Are, the book, because it was published in the 60s. So we'll work on just basic principles of art, and we'll make a book that will be similar to Where the Wild Things Are.
And that's for our little ones, ages 4 and 5. So that's one of our mini camps.
Okay, and so there's also an opportunity for kids to get involved in theater this year, I understand. Can you talk about that a bit?
Yeah, sure. We'll be bringing back Child's Play Touring Theater from Chicago. We've had them here for in excess of over a decade. So they'll come in and do a 2-week residency and work with kids ages 7 to 14. And the kids will actually write and create their own material and do a performance at the end of each week. And we also have a mini camp for Intro to Theater as well for ages 4 and 5.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I noticed how you pointed out some of the age groups you have, Marcy. So what are the age ranges for kids' arts programs?
Sure, we have activities for kids from ages 4 up to 16.
Okay, and they're grouped out by, like, the little ones all kind of do something together, and then you have things that kind of engage the teens on a different level. Is that how it works?
Yeah, we have camps that are kind of targeted towards specific age groups. So the mini camps that we've mentioned are for ages 4 and 5, and then theater is from 7 to 14, and we do have 3 camps specifically for teenagers.
And I also understand that you have internship program for teens. Can you tell me about that?
Well, we do. It's actually for college students. Oh, wow. So every year we have 3 internship positions available, and we put out a call to universities really in Texas and throughout the nation. And these are summer-long paid internships, and these individuals help us run the day-to-day operations of the camps.
All right, and so Cindy, can you tell us about some of the other great things that you have offered for teens this year?
For teens, some of the programs, there's one week that's called the Age of Aquarius. So lots of fun things, printmaking techniques, looking at different artists of the 60s, Jasper Johns, and of course Liechtenstein. So those are some of the fun things. There's some art history and involved in there. Lots of drawing, painting. It'll be fun.
Well, speaking of fun, I understand there's some family fun days that are also planned for this summer, and those events are actually free to the public. Can you give us details about that?
Yes, the second Sunday of every month, and we continue through the summer now. So June is Flower Power to get us going. So families can come, and some stay from 1 to 4 the entire time, or they just drop in and make the craft and go. We usually offer a couple of different activities. It's just a really fun thing. July is water. David Hockney is the inspiration for that, and it's a really great little family outing.
It sounds like it for
and
sure.
a lovely air-conditioned building.
That's really important to include when you're talking
in July,
Texas
especially.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Marcy, I want to come back to you about the kids' arts camps for just a minute. How do parents sign their kids up to participate?
Right, they can do it online, irvingartscenter.com, or they can call our box office or come by during box office hours. So we try to make it easy for parents.
It sounds like it's super simple. And is there a fee?
Yes, there is a tuition for each weekly camp. I did want to add, as far as free family fun during the summer, in addition to Family Fun Days, we also have Jumpstart, which is our program for preschoolers, and that's every Thursday morning, this is the first Thursday of each month that we offer that.
And so what does that include? What's it all about?
Right, well, we partner with the library on that, so we have about 20-30 minutes of storytelling. We have a different theme every month, and then it's followed by a hands-on art activity.
And so is this the first year you've done that, or do you do it each and every year?
No, we've been doing it for quite a few years now, but we are just now extending it into the summer months.
Perfect. And so in the past, before it was included in the summer, how did people respond? Obviously, it was pretty good, so you've decided to add it into the summer events as well?
Exactly, yeah. It's been a really good response. We found that during the summer, the momentum kind of fell off. It seemed like every September we were having to reinvent the wheel to let parents and daycares know that we were offering it. So now we're just hoping that it's, like clockwork throughout the year, that we'll just keep the same audience and build up from there.
Wonderful. You mentioned daycare. So are there different daycares that participate in the summer events you have?
Yes, absolutely. With Jumpstart, really specifically, we do have daycares and preschools that come and bring their students. And we also offer tours of the Art Center and of exhibits. And so we have a lot of daycare and other summer camp programs that will come and tour the facility and tour the exhibits.
Wonderful. And as you mentioned, people can go to your website or they can go to the box office to sign up or to get more information.
That's right.
Well, thank y'all both so much for being here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you for watching. Remember, to learn more about Kids Arts Camps and other activities, you can visit irvingartcenter.com. Up next, we'll have details on getting your kids outdoors and active with the Police Athletic League. Summer Hoops and Summer Kicks are two extremely popular summer programs. Officer Rosario Solis and Sergeant Miller, they have news on those two programs and some new additions to the lineup as well. I'd like to welcome them both to the show. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Well, let's get right to it because kids are watching going, what's going on? They want to know, and so we'll come right to you, Officer Solis. Let's talk about it. What are some of the new additions to the lineup this summer?
Well, we started an archery program. We've had it in the past, but the kids weren't able to compete. This time, the kids will be able to compete against other clubs within the DFW area or within the state.
Wonderful. Now let's go back to the hoops program because I know that's very popular. So what kids can do during the summer month is really stay busy and stay active, and a lot of parents like that because you guys have that for them, keeping them safe. So tell us exactly what kids can look forward to in the summer hoops program specifically.
Well, that would be something I guess Milner could.
Okay, I'll be more than happy to. With the hoops program, we take kids in from ages 10 to 14. They just need to be Irving residents, obviously, to attend. What they get is we pull the officers who work the schools. We take our uniforms off. We're wearing shorts and T-shirts, and we serve as coaches for them. But more than that, we build rapport and relationships with them. The camps run from, the hoops camp runs from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. and we serve a meal with. Actually, this year we're going to do both breakfast and lunch, and, and this is all free of charge to them. But more than anything else, what they can expect is to come out, have a good time, get a lot of exercise, and go home tired when it's over each day. And the program runs for about a month. We'll start on July the 10th. It will end on August the 4th.
And that's the Summer Hoops program. Tell me about Summer Kicks.
Summer Kicks will work in the exact same fashion. The hours are a little different and the ages are a little different. We allow them to start at 8 years old at that point, and it runs through 14 as well. They start a little earlier in the day simply because they're going to be outside, and they'll finish a little earlier, but the same concept comes into play. The officers come out of uniform, they build the rapport. It's the exact same deal. The only difference is it's soccer now instead of basketball. Oh, and also they're obviously in two different locations. The hoops program will be held at Sam Houston Middle School at 3033 West Country Club, and the Kicks program is held at Irving School Stadium there on 6th Street.
Thank you. Now, Officer Solis, we're used to hearing about the Kicks and the hoops programs, and those are always popular, but we were kind of a little shocked to hear about the one everybody's excited about, and you mentioned it a bit earlier, about archery. Tell us about that program.
Again, it's for kids ages 10 through 18. I don't know, again, we did it in the past, but it was NASP, I think it's National After School Program. And this year we partnered with USA Archery. Again, ages 10 to 18. This time the kids will be able to compete against other kids within the, again, the Metroplex and within the United States, actually.
Where do you think the interest has come from in that? I mean, of course, we have the Cowboys here and the Mavericks, and kids are seeing basketball and soccer and all these different things that we have, but they don't necessarily see archery. So where's the interest coming from?
The interest was there back then, again, but the kids were not able to compete. So they were competing, but they were competing amongst each other. This time they'll be able to go again out of town and compete, and they're going to be getting rewarded as well. And also, you know, obviously, if the kids they get good at it, there's also scholarship opportunity for them.
Do you think any interest possibly came from seeing different movies or seeing different like celebrities and things like that?
Yeah, what was that movie?
The Hunger Games?
Hunger Games.
Yeah. So do you hear kids say,
Well,
"Oh, is it kind of like that?"
When that movie came out, yeah, there was a lot of interest back then.
Very cool. So what do you hope that the kids will get out of participating in these programs you're offering this summer?
Just the positive interaction with the police officers. They're seeing us, again, just civilian clothes instead of a police uniform.
And why does that make such a big difference, Sergeant Miller?
I think it makes a difference because there's a perception that's just built in when it relates to a position of authority, which is what this uniform represents. So once we come out of it, what has been my experience is it humanizes us. And it gives us the opportunity to reach into their lives and for them to reach into ours.
I love it. And so how do kids sign up?
Simple. Our website, actually his website, the PAL website, which is www.irvingpal.org. They can sign up on there. Actually, at the schools, they can talk to the resource officers at each middle and high school, and they can sign up there as well. They've got some paperwork. And they can stop at either one of the police stations, and we have paperwork there where they can do it.
Sounds great, sounds easy. And before we go, I want to ask you, Officer Solis, about PAL having other programs throughout the year. I mean, I understand that there's tennis and there's urban outdoors. Do those continue during the summer month?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, our urban outdoors start the second week of June. I believe the first activity is June the 5th on a Monday. I'm not sure. It'll be some kind of camping trip.
Well, it sounds like y'all are going to be very busy this summer.
Yes, ma'am.
And having lots of fun. Thank you so much for being here to tell us about the programs you have to offer. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And parents, be sure to check out the City of Irving website for more information on the programs we've discussed today. We'd like to thank you for watching. I'm Starlene Stringer. Please be sure to join us on Thursday, July 6th at 1:30 p.m. for our next edition of Open Line. We'll see you then.